Okay, so today we're going to start our lesson on portrait drawing. We are using the grid method, so I will go over how to use the grid method. Before we do that, I wanted to show you examples of the drawings that you guys came up with in class. So I really think a lot of people took their time doing the features and the details and really took advantage of all those handouts that I put up on Schoology. Sorry, I'm trying to center it. There we go. So, awesome job. I'm going to go through them all very quickly so you guys can see. I'll try to leave out the names. Someone did Homer Simpson. So there's
You're so cute, dude. Who did that?
highlights and shadows. Very good highlights and shadows. I agree.
Mine just sucks. Mine's like crumbled up.
Then you can't go to the bathroom.
What if I'm gonna like stop?
I thought about leaving a folder in here for you guys and everyone can just leave it here. That was an idea that I had. So what you can do is leave it on that white shelf. That way if you lose your pass, you can just grab it from the shelf. So this one looks a lot like the video. Who did this, Jenna? Were you watching the video? Yeah, I can tell. It looks good.
Where do you want?
On that white shelf is good. So, you guys are doing a great job with drawing the eyes. Alright. And now I'm going to show you my paintings from the summer, guys. Are you excited? So this one, actually, I don't like because of this part right here. It makes her look really Amish with that little curl there. So we're just going to keep it like that. I didn't actually finish this painting. I got discouraged because I didn't like it, and I never finished the eyes or the eyelashes. So I'm going to save it, let a little bit of time pass, and then go back to it. That's what I do with a lot of art, that if I don't like how it's going at the time, I just leave it, work on something else, and then go back to it. So this is my friend Brianna. I made it for her birthday, and I ended up making an entirely different painting instead. I give a lot of paintings for presents, in case you guys haven't caught on yet. So this is her, and then don't laugh. You guys are going to laugh. This is my self-portrait. It's supposed to be me. It's okay, you can laugh. You can laugh. So it doesn't really look like me, but, I mean, it's much bigger than you can see. I wanted to do the color block idea, so I didn't do like a realistic use of paint. I did more stylized.
Wait, is that how big ours is going to be?
Yes.
Oh,
so I'll talk about that next.
Mine's gonna suck.
Oh wait, we have to draw on a canvas too, don't we?
Yes.
Oh.
We could do paper if you guys want to do drawing instead of painting.
Wait, so if mine
I like
sucks,
the painting would be cool.
but I put like a lot of effort into it, I'll still get a good grade, right?
We'll talk about rubric too. So let me just get through some of these showing. I feel like everyone could get an A if they do their best. I look at effort, so if you're really trying, but if you're rushing in every project and you're doing homework for like 80% of the class, to me that means that you don't care about what it looks like, because you're just rushing. But if you're really trying and you're putting a lot of effort and you're making progress, then I think it's different. You can't just say this is good, this is bad. Like, how much time and effort did you put into improving? is my big thing. So I did lots of color blocking. I mixed all of these colors, so none of them are from like the tube, which I think is really important. You don't want to just use a color straight from the container. You want to mix it so that it's unique. The next one is I did 2 Chance the Rapper paintings because I love Chance the Rapper. One of them is not as good as the other, but I really liked how both of them came out.
Oh, I like that.
So I know it's
Can I just copy
sideways.
yours? Like I'm not even kidding.
What is that star?
There we go.
What's the mine's hopefully gonna look like? Yes.
This is the one I didn't like as much. So I'm glad you guys like it. I thought I had trouble with the teeth a lot. The mouth is hard to accomplish. The nose is a little off. But I did use the grid drawing method. Actually, if you look under some of these lines on the side, you can see the grid that I made. I just made my grid with paint. I did this in a day, so you guys can. I'm a lot faster though, because I paint a lot.
How long did it take you though?
No.
Oh, that looks really
I'm not
cool.
trying to put you down. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just saying I work faster. I work this, I just paint and I keep going and I don't stop until I'm done.
Gotcha. Let me make mine look like that.
Because the reason I do that, when you are making your own colors, this is important. No, I didn't mean that. I also have 20 plus years of painting on you guys. So that if I wasn't faster, I would be concerned for myself. What was I saying? Oh, when you are mixing colors, you want to write down the colors that you use to make the color because it's hard to remake the same color. That's another reason why in this class I tried to make every painting that I did within one day because I knew that if I didn't finish and use the same colors that I was never going to be able to make the same tones. So that's why I kind of did that, my thought process. And this is the one I like.
Oh.
So I censored
Oh,
it
that's wrong.
because there's a cigarette
Oh,
in it.
come on.
Oh my god.
My brother has that poster in his room.
I love this picture
Yeah,
of
I
him.
love that picture.
I ended up.
Come on. Come on.
There's a cigarette.
Come on.
Just for
She
the.
has this all recorded.
We're high
It's
school.
recorded.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is my painting. It's a picture that I really like of him. I actually, before I painted it, I used Photoshop first to do a cutout image of his face. So that's what I was saying. If you guys want to digitally render it before
Oh.
you do the painting, I can show you how to use Photoshop. I'm really big on Photoshop. I taught it for 6 years. That was what I started with. While I was teaching, I taught digital art. So I love Photoshop. I would be happy to show you guys how to edit the photos before you start painting them. I also used, instead of blending, so like I'm going to show you back to this painting. So when I'm painting, I like to blend a lot. I like to do a lot of different tones. But in this one, I didn't blend at all. So I picked my color scheme. I picked my colors. I'm going to try to go closer to the face. And then I didn't blend any of them together. So the peach here is just the peach, and then I picked different tones to go around and give those highlights and shadows. If you guys like this style, I would highly recommend trying to do it. And I will help you along the way.
That's what I'm saying. Now that you can use like a lot of color.
You guys can use any color that you want.
Wait, why did you add the smoke?
Is there smoke? I don't know. Probably was too hard. But yes. So today, what I'm going to do, I'm actually a huge fan. You guys are going to make fun of me because they're pretty old. I love Blink 182 also. I have very different tastes in music.
Did you go to Wallace?
Maybe.
Did you? Yeah. She did.
So,
She so did. She went to Wallace and Blink-182.
I love Blink 182. And I'm going to do Travis Barker as my image. He is, in my opinion, the best drummer that is.
He is good.
What about the
around.
guy who's like,
What guy? I'm gonna use Sharpie. So at this time, if anyone forgot how to do grid drawing, hold on. Let me finish this video because I get easily distracted. If you guys haven't figured it out yet. Raise your hand if you've done grid drawing before.
Grid drawing?
Grid drawing. So drawing with
I think I might change mine to
good. Who remembers how?
That'd be Rob. This
What's the first step?
Get a ruler.
Ruler. Good. Get your picture printed.
Make tick marks.
Tick marks. Good. So ruler space. We're gonna do 1 inch. So you're gonna make a tick mark at every inch of your paper. Remember where you start. So if you start at the edge of the ruler at the bottom, when you do the top, also start at the edge of the ruler. If you start at the first tick mark, then make sure when you start up there, you start with the first tick mark. Because you want them to line up.
Bro, his lips are so big.
Then you're going to connect your dots, your tick marks. You can use pencil at first.
I enjoy practice. So scary.
I'm going nice and slow because this is actually really important that they line up, or else your drawing is going to be off.
Yeah, but practice will be easy. No, Coach Booth over now. Scott, what is Coach Booth
Okay,
about practice?
I'm not going to do this one here because it doesn't equal an inch and I don't need it. So I'm just going to draw a line through it. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections, each 1 inch. And do the same thing going vertically. So I'm just going to mark every inch. Again, make sure you start the same. So if I started with the edge of the ruler, I'm going to do the same on the other side so that they line up. Otherwise, you guys are going to have some pretty crooked lines.
That's why I said my deal is mostly about a talented person. I feel like
And can someone who has completed a grid drawing tell me why we're doing the grid? Nice and loud. Good. What were you going to say, Mike?
Actually said, yeah.
Where's your painting at? I can see
Good. Hold on one second. I'm almost done.
it. And like,
So you're gonna figure out every single square that you just drew. You're gonna try to copy what's in each square. I'm not doing this background. So everything that you see, like Burley, whatever that says, SB, I'm not doing that. I'm focusing on just Travis. So I'm gonna start with his hat. So I'm gonna start at the very top. I'm gonna count when I draw my boxes on the canvas. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna draw this line here. Then I'm gonna go to 4, and I'm gonna draw this line here. I'm gonna use my boxes to guide me and to figure out which piece of my drawing has to be within each of the boxes. If you think it will help you to number your boxes, I would say do it, because then you'll be able to say, oh, number 18 needs this in it, and then number 18 on my paper or my canvas also needs this in it. So you can compare your squares once you have everything laid out, and then what we'll do is we'll use 2 inches on the canvas. So instead of doing the same size, we're actually going to blow it up so that it's bigger. So we're going to use 2 inches on our canvas, 1 inch on our paper. Hope that helps. I will check back in later on.